Hello and thank you for watching. Today's special is an experience of the experimental branch of the Clicker Heroes 2 builds. As you may or may not know, they're rolling out a new experience for the game because there's been such a large difference between experienced players who've broken down every single aspect of the game and some newer players who are just trying to enjoy an idle simulator. As a result, there's going to be two new modes of play: the casual play and the difficult play. What that means is that the casual play will have a few minor bonuses which increase the progression of a player kind of regardless of what they do. So you may be aware that worlds scale at 1.16 times the previous world, and so by the 60th world it's already like 7,000 more. Of course you get world crumbs to offput that difference, but you only get 1.11 world crumbs compared to the 1.16 scaling. So eventually you hit a roadblock. What casual does is it gives a player a bonus depending on how long they've spent in the previous world. So the longer you spend in the previous world, the bigger the multiplier you'll get on the next one. And as a result, it kind of evens out the world scaling, not like completely one-to-one. You will eventually stop, but it's not as large a difference as what is currently in the live version and currently in difficult. Besides that, the cost of transcension perks is a bit cheaper on the casual mode compared to the difficult mode, so you'll be gaining more damage overall in that mode. Now, I have been playing on the difficult mode, and as you can see, I'm still flying through the stuff pretty quickly on System 3. And they've redone the scaling on the first few systems because the scaling was made for a completely different game. And you can't really get a taste for the game if you're stuck on World 1 for 4 hours. And so as a result, now with just Discharge and Restraint and Huge Click Discount, I've been getting about 10-minute worlds. With more haste, that number would go down even more because right now I'm not really limited on damage, I'm more limited on speed. Of course, I don't want to invest too much into haste because eventually the diminishing returns just don't make it worthwhile. So, what's it look like? It looks like difficult is going to be the game mode for me. However, I'm still at an impasse whether I decide to just be stubborn and push with an auto attack build, or whether I decide to try going from click and then transitioning into a auto attack build. So until System 26, which is the new system to reach for your kinetic energy, auto attack is still going to be limited by how strong Juggernaut is, and Juggernaut still doesn't have any bonuses to improve it, so you're still just stuck not doing as much on your auto attack build until you reach that threshold. Now, after this point, I'm going to do some console commands and time-lapse some stuff to see like how far maybe we can do this, how far a T1, Transcension 1 gets me, and go from there and get some estimates. Of course, I have kind of cheated already and given myself 5 separate instances of the automator because, well, it's experimental, it's there to be tested, so that has helped with the progression early on. But it is still absolutely possible if you want to sit with the game to clear a world in like 10 minutes with Discharge and Huge Click Discount and Restraint. So that seems to be the go-to method for the early game systems. We'll see what happens after System 8, after System 9, 10, and once those Transcension bonuses really start rolling in. So far, TLDR, I'm enjoying it. It's a much smoother experience, and yeah, it's just a much smoother experience. They've also rebalanced the items, so you're not just going to be upgrading the first one. The 10x cheapest is actually the best upgrade method now in experimental. and we're still not exactly sure how good gold is, if they've changed the scaling on it or not, but still seems pretty good, about 1-to-1 in damage. In any case, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and you know what to do: likes, dislikes, and subscribe. Then, of course, unsubscribe if you just hate my stuff. I don't know why you're even here if you did, but no hard feeling. And I'll catch you next time. Anyways, this was Farron's.